Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's picker card reading, we will find out what will make you fall in love with the one that's meant for you. So I've divided this reading into three parts. First, we'll take a look at what will instantly draw you towards this person. Then we'll find out what is it about them that will make you feel emotionally close and understood. And finally, what is it about them that's going to lock in that forever feeling for you. So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got three options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hello group 1, if you guys chose the first image, let's start your reading by taking a look at what will instantly draw you towards this person. Then we'll find out all about the moments that will make you feel emotionally close and understood. And lastly, we will find out how you will know that this is indeed your forever person. So the cards that have come out for you are creativity, then we have cleanse, 3 of Pentacles, and 10 of Cups. So what is it about this person that's going to draw you instantly towards them? I feel like you're one of those people who find intelligence very sexy. You get attracted towards intellectual conversations, you get attracted towards people who are achievers, and you will find a lot of these qualities in this individual. I'm getting this visual of you attending some sort of conclave or a meeting or a conference or a seminar or a webinar, and this person might also be in attendance. You might hear them talk. They might be one of the keynote speakers, and it'll be an excellent display of just the wealth of knowledge that they have, and that might be one of the first few things that attracts you towards them. So their brain, their intelligence. There's a word actually for people who find intelligence sexy that I can't think of right now. I'm pretty sure it'll come up if you Google it. But yeah, you definitely seem to be one of those people. And you'll be very happy to find that quality in this person. Another thing I feel that will draw you towards this person instantly is the fact that they are very different from the guys that you have been with in the past. Not just their energy wise, but mostly I feel like looks wise, this person is significantly different from the kind of guys that you've dated in the past. Especially if somebody makes all your exes stand in a row and anybody who looks at them can tell, yeah, group 1 definitely has a type. But then this person, your forever person, does not fit that type. Despite that, you feel an attraction towards them. So there's obviously some physical quality of theirs, some physical trait of theirs, which maybe you can't think of right now, but when you see it in them, you'll find it very attractive, you'll find it very sexy. So that'll draw you towards them. I also feel like the kind of relationship that they share with the people around them, of course, if it's your first few times interacting with this person, you might not know everything about their social circle or where they're from and things like that. But yes, you might definitely get an opportunity to notice them in certain social settings. For example, how are they behaving with their friends? How are they behaving with their family members? How are they behaving with their colleagues? And there's something very grounded about it. Even if this person is super successful thanks to their genius, this is someone who's very down to earth, and so their humility might make them very attractive to you. Something about children is also coming up. So for example, let's say that if this is a wedding, all right, where you're also there, they're also there, maybe they are the best man or whatever, and so you hear them give a speech or something, but then afterwards you see them hanging out with their niece or nephew or any other kids running around, and they're just so good with kids. And I feel over here with the 10 of Cups that you want kids, group 1. If you don't of course have to force this message on yourself, but basically seeing how naturally good they are with kids, how fatherly or motherly they are with kids, is another thing that will attract your attention towards this person. There's something about them giving their focused attention to the person that they're talking to, making it very obvious that they are listening with intent, they are listening with intention. And this skill of theirs, this communication skill or socializing skill, you can say, of theirs, is also something that's going to draw you towards them. Okay, now let's see how will they make you feel emotionally close and understood. So for that we have passion, bittersweet, the Sun, and we have the Nine of Wands. Here's the thing, group one. I feel like so far you've always fought all your battles all by yourself. Maybe you fought a lot of battles for others also, but you are giving me this lone wolf or one person army energy. But right from the get go, this person, the one that's meant for you, will be in your team. When I see the passion card over here, whatever it is that you are passionate about, whatever it is that you do, especially if your passion is your profession, they will take it very seriously. For instance, let's say that you love drawing and sketching, and so you've made a career out of it. You get commissions from people and you paint, sketch, draw, whatever it is that they ask you to. Maybe people around you don't take it that seriously, right? But this person will. In fact, they will listen to you endlessly for hours, just hearing you talk about the things that you like, your passion, your interests, your hobbies, anything and everything under the umbrella of where your passion lies. They listen to it again with good intent, as we had seen in the first part. And so finally, it seems as if you found someone who not only understands what it is that you're talking about, but also encourages it a lot. Now, with the Nine of Wands over here and the Sun, I feel like they'll make you, first of all, like I said, when you talk about the things that you like, they'll make you feel very understood, seen, heard, things like that. Other than that, I feel like one of the pivotal moments where you will feel very emotionally close to them, or you'll get this feeling that yes, this is somebody that I can emotionally bond with, is when they don't, or rather they do go out of their way to bring a smile on your face. Especially if so far the people that you've been with or the people around you, they just ask you to, oh, wipe off your tears, let me see that smile. They try to cheer you up in ways which aren't really that practical. It's just talk. They're not really doing anything other than that to make you feel happy. In fact, currently you might be surrounded by people who, instead of encouraging you, tell you things like, oh, well, this is part and parcel of life and I told you so, and things like that. This guy, on the other hand, like I said, if they see that you're having a bad day, even if you guys at that moment aren't living together, even if it's just the tone of your text or how you sounded over a phone call, or how you weren't really looking like your usual self in the video call, whatever the scenario might be, they will make time for you. They will go out of their way to make sure that they're able to bring that smile back on your face. Maybe you're somebody who always has birthday blues. For some reason, always on your birthday, you feel very dull, you feel very gloomy. With this person, they're going to make a spectacle out of it. They're going to make this, they'll ensure that your birthday is in fact the most special day of the year for you. And so it is gestures such as this that will strengthen that emotional bond between you guys. For them, you will always, like, they'll always put you under that spotlight. They would want to know literally every bloody thing about you. Parts of you that you've kept in the closet, parts of you that you felt very shy to share with others, parts of you that you feel make you very weird, make you feel very unusual, nobody will get it. But without any inhibitions, without any hesitation, you will be able to pour your heart out with this person. You know, like how we say that, oh, we can talk about anything under the sun with this person. I feel like that is pretty much the case between you and this individual. And so that is what helps strengthen the bond. Plus, like I said, from the moment you guys get together, you will never have to fight your battles all by yourself. They will always be with you. They will always be that one trusty soldier right next to you as you go on, as you step out into the battlefield. They will definitely make your problem their own. That's how much they'll care about you. They won't just give you advice, they'll actually jump into it with you. And I don't think anybody has showed up like that so fully for you before. And I think, like I said, that is, in fact, I don't think it's simply limited to emotional closeness and being understood at this point. It's almost as if everything that everybody so far has told you about yourself, which makes you feel like there's something wrong with you, are precisely the parts of you that this individual is going to embrace with a lot of authenticity. And so, of course, you like that. Okay, and now finally, let's see how you will know that this is, in fact, your forever person. So, for that, we have phrases which says motivation, and on this board over here on this banner, we can see never give up. Then we have smiley face, which says joy. And from your tarot cards, we have the Three of Cups. And we have the Empress. So a couple of different messages. I think just the fact that this person is so far the most supportive partner you've ever had, they support everything. You know, like this is the kind of person whom, and I saw this in a reel, but I really liked it, the meaning of it, I mean. The kind of partnership where they'll say, tell me why you did it later. Right now, yes, we'll just take care of whatever it is that you've done, something like that. And so that'll kind of seal the deal for you. That this can be, I mean, I can definitely imagine myself being with this person forever and ever. They will be very consistent in how they show up for you. They'll be very consistent in their efforts towards you. It's not that they'll stop taking you seriously just because you agreed to be their girlfriend or their wife or their boyfriend or their husband or whatever the case is. I don't think anybody has ever made you as happy as this person will. Just the thought of them will bring a smile to your face. It's not performative. You're not pretending to like them. It's not even butterflies in the stomach. I mean, this is something that's past that stage. This is genuine happiness. People around you might tell you that you're walking different, you look healthier, you look happier. And it's all, I would say, the positive effects of this relationship, of this person's energy on you. So that's another way that you'll know. Now, the interesting thing, with the Three of Cups and the Empress, if the guys that you've been with in the past were not really a crowd favorite amongst your social circle, it'll be a different story with this person. All your friends will love him or her. I feel like they'll bond really well with the people that matter to you. And when you see that the people who matter to you also matter equally to this person, that's another way that you will know that this is the one for you. And of course, most importantly, it's your mom. If so far your mother has never really approved of any of your boyfriends, if she's always kind of warned you more, I really don't like this guy, I don't think you should be with this guy, and you've always felt like, oh, why can't my mother see me happy? My mother always seems to find faults with the guys that I like. But with this guy, when you bring him home or whatever the case is, your mom might have this glint in her eyes of pride. You know, like, finally, my daughter chose the right person for herself. And I think it means a lot to you. I'm pretty sure it'll mean a lot to you if your mother is not able to spot any red flag in this guy. Because moms have that hunch, right? They have that intuitive thing. And so the fact that everyone who loves you also loves this person, and vice versa, like this person gets along super well with your family, doesn't even seem like you just introduced them 2 weeks ago, that's how you'll know that I can definitely see all of us getting together on Sundays over brunch. Everyone will have a good time as long as this person is around. All right, group one. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can also check out my Patreon for exclusive readings. The link is in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 2, if you guys chose the second image, let's start your reading by taking a look at what will instantly draw you towards the person who will be the one for you. Then we'll find out all about the moments that will make you feel emotionally close and understood by them. And lastly, how is it that you will know that this is in fact your forever person? So super excited for this one. Let's start your reading. You can also check out my Patreon, by the way, for exclusive readings. The link is in the description box below. So the cards that came out for you are Success, then we have ideation, Nine of Swords, and we have the Nine of Cups. So, love this energy for you, group 2. What is it that's going to instantly draw you towards this person? Firstly, with the Nine of Swords over here, and when we see all these shadow figures lurking above the girl's head, I think each time someone has asked you what type of a person do you want, or what type of a spouse do you want, and each time you've shared what is it that you're looking for, if not many, if not all, then at least many or a few people have told you that you're being very unrealistic, that you can't get a perfect person, it just exists in fiction books and stuff. You're being very picky, you're being very choosy, you won't get anybody like this, you will have to compromise, you'll have to settle, things like that. They think that the basic things that you're looking for are unrealistic. Maybe there's something that you have in mind with regards to physical features and looks, and again, you've heard the same thing, that this is just impossible, you can't find a guy like that. But with success ideation and the Nine of Cups, lo and behold, the person that's meant for you, the one that's meant for you, your future spouse, whatever you want to call it, they are pretty much just like what it is that you've always wanted for yourself. It's almost as if with ideation over here, you had this vague image in your mind about the kind of person that you wanted to be with, and here they are in front of you in flesh and bones, and they look exactly like whatever it is that you had in mind. A lot, if not all, then definitely a lot of the physical features in this person will be exactly like what it is that you were hoping to get. And so that is why we have this big energy over here of wish fulfillment, both at the beginning and at the end. And somewhere in between, I feel like they might actually be better than what it is that you're wishing for. They might be better than your imagination, better than your expectations. This is definitely someone who's very successful, maybe popular also in their field of work, or in general also might be somebody that's popular. Someone who is very accomplished, someone who doesn't really care about what others are saying about them, talking about them. Their success might initially trigger you a little bit, group 2, just a little heads up. You might feel like, how can somebody like me be with somebody like him, and things like that. But you'll realize that they don't really get their success or this general perception that people might have about them. That's not who they are. For instance, the general perception about them might be that they're a very snooty person, God knows what they think of themselves and stuff, but that isn't true. In fact, if humility is one of the qualities that you're looking for, and because we have the Nine of Cups for you over here, you will get that quality in this person. But as far as instant attraction goes, yes, I do feel like when you see them, you will have to do, or you will for sure do, a double take, group 2, because it'll be very, what's the word for it? You'll feel like you're in a dream, but then of course you won't be dreaming, because this person is, like I said, right in front of you in flesh and bone. It'll seem very fantasy-like. It's very surreal. I don't see it giving you any like butterflies in your stomach or anything. It's mixed with shock and awe and wonder that how is this possible? Did I like conjure this person up? How could I have manifested something to the T? But here it is. So yes, whatever it is that you're looking for in terms of like financially, materially, physically, you will find all those things in this person. And I feel like they'll be very apparent. Just who they are, what they do, how they carry themselves, the kind of clothes they wear, the way they look, everything will be exactly like how you'd imagined your forever person to be like. And so naturally that will draw you towards them. All right, now let us see what is it that will make you feel emotionally close and understood by them. So for that, we have recovery, then we have facade, the Eight of Wands, and the Star. Okay, I feel what will make you very emotionally close to this person and what will make you feel understood by this person is primarily the fact that they walk their talk. When they say something, when they make a promise, they stand by it. They will not ever unnecessarily lead you on. They won't say things that they won't do. They won't make promises that they know they can't keep. They won't ever do anything or say anything that leaves you feeling confused or just in this weird state of mind, like, what do I make of this? I'll probably have to consult a tarot reader now, figure out how are they thinking, what are they feeling. None of that, uh, things like that, I mean, with this person. There's so much clarity, there's so much honesty in the way they communicate their thoughts and their feelings to you and make whole space for you, listen to you. It's not just them sharing their thoughts and their feelings. This is the focused attention, the intent, the interest with which they're listening to your thoughts and your feelings also, that'll help you guys bond. In fact, with recovery and facade over here, for a few of you, I'm getting a message that shared heartbreaks. I mean, when I say shared heartbreaks, I basically mean both of you might have been through your fair share of shit before you guys came in each other's lives. So, hearing each other out, maybe pouring your heart out in front of someone for the first time in a long time, that'll help you guys bond. The fact that when they tell you about their exes, you'll be like, okay, how could she do this? Or how could he do this? And things like that. That is what will help you guys bond. I also feel like there'll be lots of traveling that'll happen together, lots of weekend getaways, camping trips, hiking trips, domestic or international trips, and living alone, living with them somewhere away, and seeing how accommodating they are, seeing how no matter how good looking they are, no matter how many other people are checking them out, they only have eyes for you. That'll make you feel very special. Either through their actions or through their words, this person definitely has a way of making you feel very, very special. And so, of course, that will further help with the cementing of this bond. Now, one of the things that'll, okay, I'm getting this message in fragments. Let me piece it together for you. Maybe there's this theme or there's this thing that happens in your life wherein when you do something, people only tend to focus on your reaction and they call you out for it. They don't really look at what triggered you in the first place. Or maybe you have some habit which isn't that great, some unhealthy habit or something, and people can see that it isn't doing you any good, but nobody really checks you for it. People don't really care about you enough to tell you that you shouldn't be doing this or you shouldn't be doing that. But that is not the case with this person. They'll be very vocal about it. If they see you doing something or indulging in something or repeating a pattern or a behavior which they know isn't for your highest good, they will call you out for it because they want what's best for you. Just to please you, they won't lie to you, and you will appreciate that honesty. Secondly, when you react to something, that is what they'll focus on. That whatever it is that you just did or whatever it is that you just said, it was a reaction, right? It's not like you're some psychopath who likes shouting or who likes raising their voice or something like that. So I also feel like it'll heal something in you. It'll make you feel understood for the first time, perhaps. Finally, you will find somebody who gets it, like who gets why you are doing what it is that you're doing or why are you reacting the way that you are reacting. And just the fact that someone is able to see right through you like that, somebody who's able to read you like that so well, is what will help with that bonding. Okay, and now let us see how it is that you will know that this is in fact your forever person. So for that we have traffic cone, which says caution. We've got tree that says ancestry. And from the tarot cards, we have the Three of Wands and we've got the Emperor. I don't think there are a lot of healthy masculine examples around you in your life. Growing up, maybe even if you have a good bond with your father, your brother, your cousins, your uncles, whoever, I don't think that they're the kind of men that you can imagine yourself being with. And maybe growing up, you didn't really see lots of healthy examples of married couples around you. You didn't really see healthy examples of long term relationships around you. And of course, whatever experiences you would have had yourself by then, I feel like you generally are someone who's very cautious of falling in love, very cautious of commitment. Maybe when somebody talks about marriage and stuff, you just immediately bail and run out in the opposite direction. But with this person, you'll notice that you have, without even realizing, dropped your guards. You'll notice that not in a very grand way, but in a quiet, consistent way, this person has knocked down all the walls that you'd built around your heart. And so it's not that you're throwing caution to the wind. There is no caution left. There is not even an iota of doubt left in your mind that this is, in fact, somebody with whom I know I can have a much healthier, much better relationship or marriage compared to the ones that I've seen around me. He or she, they're very different from the kind of men and women that I've grown up with, or the husbands and wives that I've seen around me. I know that they're different than that. They're refreshingly different than that. And so usually if you're someone who keeps on skirting the idea of long-term relationships, commitment, marriage with this person, like, you'll just know, because of the way they are, because of the way that they make you feel, and because of how they're very, very different from the toxic men or women in your family. That is how you'll know that they are the one for you, because with them you can have a healthy relationship, the kind of healthy relationship that you'd always dreamt of but never really got an opportunity to explore something like that with other people in the past. And so maybe that is where the caution came from. And of course, caution could have come from your heartbreak also. But because this person is so consistent, they're showing up right from the get-go, they've made it very clear that they want to take care of you, they want to be there for you. And no matter how many months or weeks or years it's been, they're still showing up for you like that. That is what will ultimately, I feel like, seal the deal over here. Post that, this energy of waiting and wondering is going to shift from waiting for or wondering about whether I should commit to them or not, to wondering what your life together will look like. And when you see that switch, or when you feel that switch within you, that suddenly with this person, I'm not afraid of marriage, I'm not afraid of long-term commitment. In fact, now I find myself wondering, what would it be like living with them? What would it be like putting down my roots with them, starting a family with them? That is how you'll know that you have indeed found your forever person. Alright, group 2. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out my Patreon for more exclusive readings. The link is in the description. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 3, if you guys chose the first image in this reading, we will take a look at what will instantly draw you towards your forever person. Then we'll find out what are the moments or the instances in which you'll feel emotionally close and understood by them. And finally, how is it that you'll know that yes, this is in fact the one that's meant for me. So let's find out together, group 3. Okay, so the cards that came out for you are movement, then we have rest. From your tarot cards, we've got the Hermit, and we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like whoever this person is, they are an anomaly. There is this very contrasting energy to them that you can see yourself. I mean, it is no coincidence that this energy has repeated itself both in the oracles as well as in the tarot cards. The Hermit, immediately then to the Knight of Wands, movement, immediately then to the energy of rest. This is a person who can kind of like start and stop or switch up the tempo and bring it down at will. Either they're a chatterbox or they're an active listener. There is no in between. Either they're very, very like out and about, or they're just chilling and lazing around and couldn't really care less which day is it, what week are they in, nothing of that nature. So there is basically this duality in them that will really draw you towards them. There's just something about them. When I look at the Hermit and the Knight of Wands over here, they at the same time, oh, okay, they might have this young heart and old soul vibe to them, which you'll find very attractive. They might have a very unique way of dressing up. Maybe they wear very neutral colors or muted colors, and despite that, they look very good. Physically, this person is super attractive for sure with the energy of the Knight of Wands. And despite that, you will, not actually despite that, precisely because of that, you will find yourself feeling this pull towards them. You might try to resist it, actually, is what I'm getting. You might initially try to resist the urge to look at them, to hang out with them, to be with them. I don't think the attraction initially will make any sense to you. Like, you'll find yourself wondering, why can't I stop thinking about this person and stuff like that. But you won't be able to help it. With movement and the Knight of Wands over here, the more you try to pull yourself away from this person, the more hopelessly you will just keep on falling for them, or you will just hopelessly keep on getting attracted towards them. It's like, if you tell yourself that you don't find this person attractive, you will basically be living in denial. You'll basically be lying to yourself, because that's just not true. Something about their eyes, maybe their natural eyelashes, the way they talk, their smile, their voice, you might see them playing some sort of sport. I don't know what this is: golf, polo, water polo, horse riding, can be any other sport. But I'm getting this message that you'll see them playing some sort of outdoor sport, and whatever it is that they're wearing, their jersey, their uniform, whatever it is, you'll find that very attractive on them. And somewhere with the energy of the Hermit being present over here, their looks aren't very typical, group 3. You know, like how if you're living in a geographic area, or if you're living in a country, or living in a particular area, sometimes physical features can be very generic that way, right? For instance, everybody in that area might have dark colored hair, or most of the people in that place might have an average height of XYZ feet and inches, right? But this individual, their looks aren't very typical to wherever it is that they're from or you're from, if this is like the same region thing. Although with movement, there is a possibility that in any way there might be some cultural difference or regional difference between you guys. So maybe it can be attributed to that. But basically, this person looks very different from the other guys around them, from the other people around them. And so that uniqueness might also draw you towards them. Okay, now let's see what is it that will make you feel emotionally close and understood by this person. So for that, we have confusion. We've got despondence, 4 of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Pentacles. I'll tell you what will make you feel emotionally close to this person. I don't think anybody has ever made an effort to understand you as much as this person will. I don't think you're very good at opening up. Group 3, you might have difficulties being vulnerable with people. You might automatically assume that nobody will get it, so what's the point? Or in general, you might have your inhibitions behind letting your guard down and being vulnerable and stuff. But once you do start talking to this person, once you do start bonding with this person, you'll realize that they're taking all the information in. Even the most random things that you're telling them, it's almost as if they've made a mental note of it somewhere. They don't forget anything you tell them about yourself or your family or your friends or whoever. And interestingly, whenever you share anything with them, they don't just listen, they actively engage in the conversation. They try to make sense of what it is that you just said. They try to go within the layers of whatever information you just gave them. They sit with that information, they ponder upon it. For instance, if you tell them that you don't like wearing bright clothes, they won't just assume that, oh, it's because you have a liking towards darker clothes or neutral color clothes or warm clothes or whatever. They'll actually sit there and wonder, why is it that you don't like wearing bright colored clothes? Did somebody say something to you? Did somebody pass any comments that hurt you so much that you totally gave up on the idea of wearing bright colored clothes again? What is it? Why is it? Why are you the way you are? What makes you who it is that you are? So like I said, that deep interest has never been shown towards you by anybody before this person. And I mean, of course, we're asking what will make you feel emotionally close and understood. But this guy, it's like they're not leaving any stone unturned when it comes to getting to know you, getting to understand you. Another key difference I feel between them and the other guys you might have been with in the past is that those guys left you feeling or left you with more questions rather than with answers. At the end of every conversation, you might have found yourself wondering, what do I make of this? Does this mean that he likes me? Does this mean that he wants to be just friends? Why can't he tell me anything clearly? But with this person, I don't think there'll be any room for wondering or waiting or wishing. And initially, you might get a feeling that this seems too good to be true. And I am also getting a message that because you've never felt this way for anybody before, you might not be able to make a sense of what do you call this. And people around you, actually, your close people, your friends, family members, they might help you make a sense of this. They might actually sit with you and help you understand that what you're feeling, it feels different because most likely it is love. And I don't think you've ever experienced true love like this before. Also, with despondence and confusion over here, people you've been with in the past could have made you feel like there was something wrong with you, or had you been a little more this or a little less that, you would have been perfect. But this person, they will love you exactly for who you are. And they seem to be taking away all of that sadness, all of that confusion, all of these feelings of insufficiency, any self-worth issues you have, any self-esteem issues you have, any feeling of lack that you have, that I don't have enough of this or I don't have enough of that. They'll take all of that away. It won't matter to them. And another thing about this, rather, that's going to make you feel very close to them and very understood by them, is that they value who you are as a person. They don't really care about, or they don't really care much about what it is that you do. Now, when I say they don't care much about what it is that you do, I don't mean it in a way that they don't take your work seriously, or they don't have any respect for what it is that you do for a living. What I mean is that what it is that you do for a living, or the name you've made for yourself out there, that does not mean or matter to them as much as you, your identity, your soul, your heart, your mind. Those things, the individual matters to them more than the persona. And again, I don't think anybody has ever come that close. So naturally, you guys will bond because of that. Okay, now let's see, how will you know that this is in fact your forever person, group 3? You guys can, by the way, check out my Patreon for more exclusive readings. The link is in the description. So the cards that have come out for you are Key, which says opportunity. It says keys open doors. Then we have power lines, which says energy. And from your tarot cards, we've got the Queen of Wands. And we have the Five of Swords in reverse. I feel like crying for you, honestly, group 3, when I see the Five of Swords in reverse over here, because I definitely feel like you guys have faced a lot of lies, a lot of deception in the past. And so, of course, I'm not surprised when we got that energy for you earlier, that you don't really feel comfortable expressing your emotions, or you have self-worth issues, or you find it difficult being vulnerable with people. So Precisely. I mean, you'll know that this is in fact the one for you because they won't leave any room for that. They'll give you so much emotional security that just the question of them ever going behind your back won't arise at all. They will very visibly, in front of you, behind your back, be so totally consumed by you that you will know that this is the person that's meant for you. In fact, with opportunity over here, and when I see this thing over here, looks like, the cosmos, the universe. Maybe you're a very intuitive person, group 3. I don't know. I mean, we did have some symbolism for that over here. Anyway, coming back to the reading, I think you'll get this intuitive feeling that this person is God sent, or this opportunity for you to get into a healthy, long lasting relationship or marriage is God sent, or you sent by the universe, or whatever it is that you want to call it. And you'll get this sense that if I don't act now, I might regret later. Like, previously also guys might have shown interest in you, you didn't really reciprocate, so of course things fizzled out and you didn't really care much about it. But with this person, you will find yourself wondering that if I let this connection go, I just know, like I know from now itself that I will massively regret it. This can become my like the one that got away, and I don't want that. I don't want him to get away. I want him. He'll make you feel, or this person, they'll make you feel so empowered. And I love how the Queen of Wands is underneath the Four of Pentacles. Parts of yourself that you're hiding, you think you lack something somehow. When you start seeing yourself through this person's eyes, you'll realize just how brilliantly amazing you are. You're good looking, you're successful. I mean, what is it that you don't have? They'll treat you like the complete package that you are, group 3. And nobody's ever made you feel that special. Nobody's ever cherished you like that, like the way a woman deserves to be cherished. This is the person that's showing up for you that way. And so that's how you'll know they're the one. Plus, like I said, the emotional security that they bring with them, it's just unbeatable. And most importantly, with the energy card over here, you will feel it in your bones. Group 3, people say when you know, and things like that. I think that'll pretty much be the case with you too, group 3. You'll just know. In fact, if somebody asks you, can you tell me what is it that you see in him? You might not be able to pen it down that nicely. It's just something that you feel. Maybe it isn't something that you can express or do justice actually to it with words or even with actions. It's this feeling of, it's like you've known them across lifetimes. The way they make you feel, the way you feel around them, the way that they just get you like nobody else does, how good they make you feel, how charged up they make you feel, how positive they make you feel. All these things combined will seal the deal for you. Alright, group 3. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.